welcome back, and if you're new, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Amanda.
Today we're going to be going over some Booktube on-screen adaptations. A lot of the books that we have read or are currently reading are becoming films or TV series, everything like that.
We need to take a second and talk about that because I hate to say this, but like I don't want to gatekeep them, but it's like our lives and they're like gonna be shown to other people. It's also because I don't want them to mess it up.
That's what I was gonna say. That's my thing with them. I don't necessarily mind so many are becoming TV shows, movies, but I don't want them to ruin it. I just want them to do it justice.
While researching this, I did notice that a lot of things are changing, you know, because of COVID. Rights are being sold and then resold.
If you know anything more, go ahead and let us know in the comments. We know things are constantly changing, but these are just some of the ones we wanted to go over today.
So the first one we're really excited for is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I am on a complete Taylor Jenkins read kick right now, so I am super excited for this one. So this was the last book that I read in 2021 and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. So ever since then I've been trying to get all of Taylor Jenkins read books because I just loved her writing so much in this. So this is about Evelyn Hugo, who is a Hollywood icon, and she's basically on this interview and we're just going through every marriage that she's had and we're trying to figure out who was the love of her life. I'm really excited for this one because there's something about old Hollywood that I just find so fascinating, so I know it's going to look so beautiful on film. It is going to be a TV series and it was going to be with Freeform, but now it's going to be with a different platform, which I'm pretty happy about that because I know Freeform is like family. Like,
yeah, I think it wouldn't have fit.
Yeah, it wouldn't have. So let's go to like HBO or something.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, it is going to be a limited series and Taylor Jenkins Reid has already started writing the pilot for it.
Okay,
so
good.
That I'm not mad about. You see, Taylor Jenkins Reid is writing the pilot.
Right.
It's gonna be great. They don't have a confirmed cast yet, but the whole time I was picturing the older Evelyn Hugo to be Meryl Streep, which is a big ask, I feel, because she's like number 1.
A big ass.
Ask.
Oh.
Like a big ass.
Oh, that's asking for a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be her, but no way.
You never know.
Yeah, maybe. The younger one, I was picturing Kate Upton because she's like super hot and they say like Evelyn had these like huge boobs, but anyway.
So they have no like estimated release date or anything?
No. Now it's even more pushed back because it was going to go with Freeform, but now I didn't find anywhere on who it's going to now. Hopefully HBO.
So the next one we're going to be talking about is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. This one I feel like is just universally loved. We saw everyone talking about this at the beginning of our reading journey. I read this one last year and it was actually not at all what I was expecting, but I did think it was a beautiful story and I can see it becoming a movie. I'm sure everyone has read it and
I have not read it.
Right. Everyone has read it
I'm
already.
the only freaking person who hasn't read this book.
Well, you need to get on it.
I know. Next
but beautiful story. If you don't already know, it's a coming of age story but intertwined with a murder mystery. It takes you from past to present and we're basically following this girl Kaya and her journey to womanhood, but she's also on trial for murder, so it's kind of just this big mystery and you're catching up to present time. So this is becoming a movie and it's directed by Olivia Newman, who I think is a first-time director, and the person playing the main character, Daisy Edgar Jones, she was the actress in Normal People, which was a book to TV adaptation. So she was in that and now she's going to be in this one, so I think that's so cool. And we already have a release date, which is July 22nd of this year, so perfect for summer.
So I need to get on it.
Yeah, no, you need to read it already.
Next month.
I'm excited. I really do think it's going to be a hit. Like, I don't think you could mess this up. So high hopes for this one.
The next one is Finlay Donovan is Killing It. I did read this one in our 24-hour reading vlog and I absolutely loved it. This one really did remind me of that show Dead to Me with Christina
Oh, I
Applegate.
loved that show.
I love that show too. I saw a lot of similarities between it, like, you know, funny moments but like also really serious moments. But this one is just a really fun murder mystery but also comedy. It's about a girl named Finlay Donovan who is talking about her next murder mystery book at Panera Bread with her agent when someone overhears her talking about this murder. So this lady thinks that Finlay is a contract killer, so she ends up offering Finlay a huge amount of money to kill her husband. It's gonna be a TV show. Let's just talk about who is gonna be directing this.
Ooh.
The creator of Pretty Little Liars. I'm excited for this one. Hopefully they don't mess it up. I heard Ashley Benson is in the talk.
Is she actually?
Yeah.
I love her.
We do not know the platform or the release date yet for this, but we're really excited.
Next, we have The Silent Patient, which honestly, I wasn't aware was being turned into a
I didn't know that either.
Like, I just recently saw this, even though it was announced, I think, back in 2019.
Oh.
So it's been a while, but I don't think they started production because of COVID. So it like took a long time, but I am actually really excited for this. When I read the book originally, okay, the hype was huge around this book, okay?
Definitely.
So I went into this. First of all, I read it after Verity. So I was kind of just like, it's slow, right? The beginning's slow, but as you go on and get into the mystery, it is very interesting, and the ending I did not expect. So I do love it for the ending, and I think they could do it really well in a movie. So I am excited to see it. But if you don't already know, it's a psychological thriller, and it's basically about a woman who gets put into a psychiatric hospital. It's because she killed her husband in cold blood and then hasn't spoken a word since. So she has been in this hospital for years. The whole story is about her and about the psychologist who is determined to uncover her motive. It says that Annapurna and Brad Pitt's plan B is teaming up for the production of this movie. They are still in early development, so there's no release date, but just the fact that I know this is going to be a movie, I'm excited. I think this one could be done really well. I get the same vibes from like the Girl on the Train adaptation. So we will see.
The next one is They Both Die at the End. I have to say, when I read this one, I didn't really love it, but I do think that the adaptation could potentially make it better, just because I felt like with this book, it was so rushed. I felt like the relationships were rushed, like I wasn't really rooting for them, just because it's like in the span of 24 hours. This book is about an alternate universe where a company will call you and tell you when your last 24 hours is.
That's crazy.
It is so crazy. Just that concept alone, I loved that. I think it can be so well done on film. This is going to be a series on HBO, which I love that. Just because HBO is so inappropriate. I did not like this though. It says, according to Verity, They Both Die at the End is getting its half-hour comedy treatment. Don't worry about the story losing its emotional core. Comedy is just how the network labels all of its half-hour series.
Did you see the series The End of the Fucking World?
No, but I heard about it.
I loved that series, and it was very heavy topics, but it was kind of like an underlining like of comedy.
I think that's the vibe. That's the exact
and
vibe
I loved that
series.
For.
So okay,
We'll
hopefully they do that well, because if not, I really don't want it to be a comedy. It's sad. You're dying. There is no release date yet, but I am excited for this one, and I really hope that I love the adaptation more than I like the book. The
next one we have is, of course, The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. If you don't already know, it's a contemporary romance, enemies to lovers. It's basically about a wedding that takes place and everyone there gets food poisoning except for Olive and Ethan. And we kind of follow their journey. They end up taking the honeymoon.
I know in this book, the setting does take place in Hawaii, so that alone is going to be gorgeous just to see on film. Even while I was reading it, I felt like I was,
it was
at the beach.
So this is planned to be a feature movie with a BCDF Pictures. I'm not sure what other projects they've done. So the script was completed in July of last year, so they are in development already. And I did see that Christina and Lauren read the script and said that they thought it was like hilarious and they loved it. So I have high hopes. I think if the writers love it, we would love it.
Definitely.
You know? And it has so many good opportunities to be funny.
So many funny moments.
So I think it's gonna be great. Like
it's gonna be like a classic rom-com. Next is The Summer I Turned Pretty. This one we hold very close to our heart. We read this in like middle school. 7th, 8th grade. We've been Team Conrad since like 7th grade.
We reread it last year. It still holds up to this day.
Yes.
And I've already decided it's gonna be like my annual reread every summer just because it's so good.
So good. So if you don't know what this one is about, it is a YA contemporary romance. It is about a girl named Belly and her childhood friends. They spend every summer together at a beach house, and this summer is different because Belly is growing up and boys are starting to notice her. So it is like a little love triangle between her and the brothers. Team Conrad over here. And it is going to be a TV series on Amazon, and Jenny Han has already said that it's going to come out early 2022.
So we should be getting it already.
It is early 2020.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed it's with Amazon. I wanted it to be with Netflix since Jenny Han's trilogy, All the Boys I Loved Before. Yep. I liked those.
I was actually surprised too. I thought it was going to be on Netflix because she already had that one on there.
I envisioned it on Netflix, so I'm kind of disappointed about that. I don't think I've watched an Amazon Prime series.
I don't think I have either. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'm just hoping it does it justice. And the last one we're going to talk about today is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Here's the thing. We know that this series, like amongst the book community, isn't really loved. On this channel, we love this series. We are hyped for this series. I'm just so worried that it's not going to be good. I don't even care about the first season. I just need it to do well so we can get
A Court of Mist and Fury.
A Court of Mist and Fury. Like, I need to see that. Everyone just please go watch it because I need to see A Court of Mist and Fury. Backtracking a little bit, if you don't already know, it is a YA fantasy romance. And it's loosely based after Beauty and the Beast, but I mean, not really.
Some Hunger Games in there.
It is full of epic romance, adventure, and like political intrigue. Our main character is a huntress who agrees to travel to a magical realm in exchange for her family's safety. That's just this book. The plot of this series is not that. So we know that this is going to be co-written by Rondi Moore, who did the Outlander show. I didn't personally watch it, but my mom loves it. So hopefully it's good. And it's going to be co-written by Sarah J. Maas. So that's the only saving grace. Back in March 2021, Sarah J. Maas had said she was currently writing the pilot episode. So I have high hopes because I know she has some say in this. I do think it's smart for it to be a series and not a movie.
Of course.
There's too much that goes on for it to just be in an hour-and-a-half movie. Overall, I think all of these have a lot of potential of being a really great TV/movie series, whatever it is.
We always hear people say the book is always better. And now we're going to be the people who say the book is always better.
Definitely.
It's not something that I wanted to experience, but I guess it's just a part of life.
I guess that's just the chapter we're in right now.
That's just the way it goes. So that is going to be it for today's video. Leave a comment and let us know if you know any more information about these books. Let us know what your favorite book is that's becoming a movie or a TV show.
As always, we do put out new book videos every Wednesday and Friday. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.